This is Jalik Oplipachiji, and let's explore the life and works of Rizal. Jose Protasio Rizal Mercado y Alonso Rialunda, or Jose Rizal, was born on June 19, 1861 in Calamba, Laguna. His genealogy is complicated, but his parents are well educated. His father is Don Francisco and his mother is Doña Teodora. He has 10 siblings. Yes, 10 siblings. Saturnina, Pasiano, Narcisa, Olimpia, Maria, Lucia, Concepcion, Josefa, Trinidad, and Soledad. The Rizal family in Calamba, Laguna belonged to the Principalia, a town aristocracy during the Spanish colonization, a member of upper middle class families. Rizal's achievement is outstanding, fascinating, magnifico. Imagine having one life but you accomplished so many great things, acquired so many skills and abilities. Well, I can say he is truly a prodigy. He was able to speak 22 languages like Mahal kita, Te quiero, I love you. Well, with his intellectual greatness, he also experienced inferiority complex, mainly because of his physique. Rizal's sense of inadequacy always intrudes continually upon him until his adulthood. But the most anticipating circumstances is that his inferiority complex did not let him down. Instead, he rises from the occasion, and his strong emotional intelligence lead him to a colorful life that captured the hearts of the Filipinos. I think what's the most challenging part of Rizal's life is his education. Even when he is young and the means of his education is mainly tutorial, as bright as he will always need a greater means to learn, and that's explain why he traveled so many places and countries and enrolled so many units, especially arts. The lesson I taught me in this chapter is that learning about the achievement of Rizal despite of his inferiority complex is inspirational. So it can conclude that physical appearance, disabilities, and incapabilities will not hinder in acquiring and achieving your dreams and goals in life. Just believe in yourself that you can do it and everything will be in proper places. Live a life with a purpose and you will never be wrong. Well, Rizal, as a pragmatic person, he deals with things sensibly and realistically in a way that is based on practical rather than theoretical consideration. That's why he went to Paris, France, and worked as chief laboratory assistant in clinic of Dr. Louis D. Becker to learn the techniques of an eye operation. He also went to Heidelberg, Germany, and became an apprentice in Augenkling, a university eye hospital managed by Dr. Otto Becker, where he learned more about eye diseases diagnosis. Also, other than being an apprentice, he also visited museums and also studied art. We can really see the eagerness of him to learn and learn to his heart's content. What I like in Rizal is how the way he connects to other people, be it on written works, but also in person. As a foreign individual, in a foreign country, it is difficult to find someone, a companion and a friend, but because of his undeniably charisma and intellect, he was able to have a great friend, a professor, and a person to look up to. This is a kind of attitude that we should have too. It is a manifestation that in difficult times we can be independent. We can stand ourselves alone. Me, as an introvert person, it is really hard for me to connect to other people. But I know someday, somehow, I will overcome it and be the better version of myself that is wise, independent, self-driven, and a perseverant Filipino citizen. There's no place like home. I think there's a feeling of anyone who misses the comfort of home, the warmth of home, and the love of the family. I think this is what Jose Rizal feels when after being abroad for how many years, he's finally home. And his family rejoices for the occasion. Amidst the happiness of Rizal and his family, he never thought that going back home will put his life to a more complicated circumstances. Every day, Jose Rizal received death threats and pushed out by powerful enemies. And for the second time, Jose Rizal left the Philippines. The life and works of Rizal, we can really see how patriotic Rizal is. He has a life behind this struggle in our country. He can build his own name abroad with his brain and intelligence. He can choose to neglect the social stratification in his country, but he chooses not to. In fact, he uses his intelligence to fight back and unravel all struggles of the Filipino people and all violence of the prior and Spanish colonizers. This is an emancipation that we shouldn't neglect or abandon the place where we born, where we bloom and sprout. Indeed, this place, this country, our country is worth fighting for. Rizal in his exiled life, he was still able to help our young ones or the Filipino youth in a way that Rizal built a school that will be very beneficial to the next generation of the Filipino people. The students were taught reading, writing, languages, geography, history, mathematics. These actions were very evident that we Filipino people are built different. Amidst the violence, mistreatment, and social stratification, we rise from the occasion and learn things that we can use and beneficial to our society. Rizal was still optimistic and have a constructive attitude in the face of the hopelessness and persecution. Had a self-discipline in the midst of appalling odds. He practiced self-reliance and resourcefulness and have a practical, regular, and excellent use of time. He had faith in the Filipinos' native genius and capabilities, which can harness to achieve national improvement and progress. Yes, his faith in the Filipino capabilities is the very reason why we achieve independence. The reason why the Philippines is progressing to an economy where we can live our life to the fullest. Nevertheless, we should continue this attitude to prosper and achieve greatness and fought for our rights and our beloved country, our home, the Philippines. Rizal's death is like a seed in the minds, hearts, and soul of every Filipino. It will prosper and will never be forgotten. Even if we move to an outstanding country, even if we achieve a first-class country, it will be buried in our soul how Jose Rizal fought for the Filipino people, who fought for our country not by guns, sword, or bombs, but through his mind, his intelligence, and his wisdom. Jose Rizal was accused of 3 crimes, namely rebellion, sedition, and illegal association. December 30, 1896, our national hero died. These Spanish colonizers thought that if they kill Jose Rizal, the Filipino will just sit and watch. This is a very wrong move of them, because the execution of Rizal brought the Filipino people to be united and fought our country. Rizal embedded in us the need to challenge the reactionary system of thought and life in the Philippines under Spain. Likewise, his martyrdom convinced the Filipinos that there was no alternative independence from Spain but revolution. His death will not be put to waste. His sacrifices will not be forgotten, will be forever live in our soul. How his works and masterpiece birthed us one and opened our eyes about the struggles of our Filipino ancestors. We should sing his name forever so that the future Filipino generation will hear and celebrate the independence of our country brought by our national heroes and our Filipino ancestors.